Saludos everybody, welcome back to Decent Shirt, where we play cards while we wear decent shirts. And for today's video, we have day 2 of Firestorm. It's been an unbearable wait, but new cards are finally here and the URSAs have come to play. Let's get down to the video. So for today's video, we're going to be discussing the 4 new cards that were revealed today. Starting off with Torch of Hestia, which is the artifact of Hestia. As we know, every divine rune in the game gets their own artifact, and Hestia was not the exception. I do think that Torch of Hestia has a very interesting effect. If you don't know what it does, basically, it's a 1-cost fire artifact. Recently we've been getting more 1-cost artifacts, which is really great. I think that's a great route to take with the artifacts, because currently basically all the artifacts before Moonrise and maybe even Daybreak, they were just 2 costs and they never felt worth it. So the fact that now we're getting 1-drops, I think it evens it out a little bit better, especially with this effect, which it starts off with the Empower Celestial gets +2 attack. Having a +2 on just a 1-cost artifact is a lot better than what people might think at first, mainly because you're not really expending that many spirits to get that attack boost. Normally you would have to waste 2 spirits to be able to get that 2 or 3 attack. But here we're only getting it for 1, so it's a lot better. It becomes closer to what you would do if you were to use the meter or Zeus. That being said, it does have a second effect. When the Empower Celestial declares an attack, you can foretell 3. Alright, so it allows you to stack the top pretty solid. Again, being able to not only have 2 attack on a 1-cost artifact, but also being able to foretell when it declares attack, means that even if the attack is negated, you still get to chain Torch of Hestia, and you are still able to manipulate your top deck, which is really solid. We do have a third effect, which is like insane to think about, that a 1-cost artifact has 3 different effects, but here we are. It says that if Hestia is enchanted, you may add a fire card full troll this way to your hand. I think this is a really solid effect to pair up with Hestia. It means that you're able to add more consistency to fire, and again, I think that overall it's not like anything super wow, but the idea that the 3 effects are in one single card is what makes it so strong. I think this is a great card. I think it will see play in Fire as long as the artifact engine or core keeps getting updated and more cards are added to that. Hopefully we will. Hopefully, Dan said that artifacts were gonna get a huge boost this set, so I'm looking forward to that. That being said, really solid card. I don't think there's anything groundbreaking, but it's still really solid. Now let's talk about the bears, because that's really why we're here, the bears. First, let's start with Scout. Scout, champion of Hestia. So we got our 2nd champion of Hestia revealed, and it's a cute little mammal. Anyway, it has 2 attack, 4 defense, nothing like super wow, but it does say when you special cast this Scout, you can search your deck for a champion of Hestia and add it to your hand. So if you were able to special cast it with Hestia, that would mean that you would get a search out of it. So that's solid. I mean, I think it would be a lot better if it was just uncast, but still pretty solid. I do think that the power of this is when you pair it up with all the other bears. The video does go into it, like how Urseer and Scout can search for this Scout and cast it, and even the Earthspawn can cast Scout. So there's a lot of different ways in which Scout can be very solid. However, I don't think it's like the greatest card in the set for sure. The fact that you need to special cast is what puts me on a fence. I don't know if it really will see any kind of play. Maybe it will. Maybe I'm just wrong. But I think it will be a little bit too conditional, and the stats don't really help it either. So I think it will be a little bit too conditional for it to really see that much play, even in the URSA's deck. Let's move on to URSA though. URSA is a little bit more interesting than URSA in my opinion. URSA allows you to target a face down rune and basically make it unplayable as long as it is enchanted. This is sort of like a cheaper Shalalato, I guess. It does have the ability to continue to use this effect every single turn. I don't think Shalalato had that effect. I think it was on cast, so that's pretty solid. That being said, if you do have a Keon if you do have Keon enchanted, you can disenchant from Keon one spirit and then target a second set. So its power control is okay. It has 2 attack, 4 defense. I don't think that is gonna be at all threatening. If it was 5 defense, then I would think a little bit more on it. But at that point, you're just running Brummelink. So either way, it's a new card. It's another option for bears. I don't think this is gonna be another card that is gonna see a lot of play in bears, but still super solid. However, the highlight of this video, I think we can all agree, is most definitely Hibernation. Hibernation is insane. Basically what it does is an invoke rune. It's a 1-cost frost card, and it allows you to basically target up to 2 of a combination of either fire or frost and from spirits on your underworld, and then you are able to return them to your spirit deck or enchant them to your URSA deck. And that's on itself really strong, but it does have a second effect, which is that if you do, you draw a card. Now this card can only be casted if you have URSA, so it's not like a free Ambro for every single deck, but alas, it's still a really strong card, able to be a pseudo Ambrosia that also can help you cast out the super wombo combo of URSA. Last video we talked about how Earth Smog could trigger and basically make the URSA cast out Majorsa really fast. But now we don't even need that, because Hibernation with URSA is a 2-card combo basically that allows you to special cast Majorsa in 1 turn. So the fact that you're healing but also being able to enchant to URSA but also able to draw, again, we're seeing a lot of really strong cards on 1-drops, and I think that is a great way to move the pace of the game, as long as they're tied to certain archetypes, like in this case Hibernation, which is tied to the URSA archetype. If you don't have an URSA, you're not going to be able to use this effect. That being said, there's a lot of things that you can do with this effect. It can cast out Glaciersa with the URSA, it can cast out base set Majorsa, and now you can even cast out the newest Majorsa, which is probably gonna see the most amount of play thanks to this new card. It was already very exciting to see Majorsa's effect and the potential of having a 3-drop that you could wombo combo it, but this is just even faster, easier, and it's likely that you won't even need the Earth Smog, really thinking about it. If you have the Hibernation, you probably won't need the Earth Smog. Maybe you do, maybe you run both. Either way, I think that it's a really solid card, and I'm looking forward to using this in my URSA deck. Alright, so we're back. Overall, if I were to rate the reveals for the cards today, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. I think there are some interesting implications for both Torch of Hestia and Hibernation. Earth Scout Champion of Hestia and Ursicote Champion of Keon don't seem that great. They're like additional tools that you can add, but realistically, the better of the two is going to be Hibernation, which again is going to enable some really funky things in my opinion. And Medusa is just going to be very consistent. So if I already thought that it was going to be a contender before, now I'm gonna double down on that. I think that Ursas are going to be a really strong deck in the format once Firestorm arrives. So let's look forward to that. So guys, let's write in the comment section, what did you guys think about the reveal? What was your favorite card? Was it Earth Scout? Was it Ursicote? Was it Torch of Hestia? Or was it Hibernation? Please write down in the comment section. Let me know why. I'll make sure to comment back. And don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. And subscribe. We are going to be covering as much as we can of the daily reveals. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that every single day, but I'm going to do my best to keep up with it. So that way we can be informed of all the great new cards that are being revealed. That being said, that will be all. Decent Shirt signing out.